But as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night, we will not vanish without a fight, we're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
It's not true. It doesn't matter what's true. It matters the story they tell when you're gone.
I keep on pushing down my gypsy road.
All right, everybody. It's a Friday, end of the week.
Yes.
Hopefully, everybody's going to have a fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Bob. I want everybody just to have that fantastic weekend.
Oh, I will. I am. I don't know about everybody else, but I will. I'm enjoying the fuck out of the apocalypse. I'm having a great time with this. Good things are happening everywhere with tornadoes and windstorms and floods. I'm fucking loving it, man. I'm not affected by it, so it's great. I gave up everything, so I'm not losing anything.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, you have nothing to lose. You can only just sit back and laugh. I feel bad for doing that, but not really.
That's right. Friday, Eric Bob, let's go. That's it. That's all right. That's right.
Yeah.
We've had guests on the last couple of weeks, and they've been fantastic guests. They've been fun, great people. I returned a favor where yesterday, I want to make sure I can see it.
What's
I
that?
went on Russell's channel.
You went on?
Well, I went on his channel for he had a panel, but I jumped on his channel for the first. I was on there for the first 45 minutes.
Cool.
And then because I had to go pick up Cicely because she was actually working. Oh, she was met her friends after work, and they went to a dinner thing. So I couldn't stay the whole 2 hours, but I was actually on there, and like I said, great people, great chat. Everybody's cool. Everybody, and he puts my name right there. So, you guys should check it out. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I've been asked so many times to kind of go to some other people's kind of a thingy. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. It's just, number one, I'm in Europe. I'm overseas, and so the time difference is huge, compared to the States. So it's kind of a sacrifice. But other than that, I might consider start going on other people's things and saying like you, just jump in, jump out kind of thing. Say hi.
Yeah.
It's nice being.
I don't actually get invited to a lot of channels, so it's like, hey, I'm invited. Cool, I'll come on. I don't get invited that much, so it's
yeah. I don't get invited to anything with the Mandela effect. They do not like me at all. I'm like. Why? I mean, you think I know more than you? I mean, what's more to know? Is there a bell curve we have to set? Is there a test you need to pass? Why are you intimidated? For what? Because to be honest with you, like someone says, because they're as frauds. And I go, well, I would not insult anybody on their own show. I just keep my mouth shut and just, okay. But, I wouldn't do that. Not that bad.
I don't think we've really told anybody that they're frauds on this channel.
No. Well, Ceiling Fan Man's a fraud.
Well, that's different.
We know him.
I mean that's different.
Yeah.
That guy's a scumbucket. I mean, he's
pretty much shady.
He says he's about the Bible, and then he's really not.
Yeah, well, he's a necessary evil like anything else you have out there. I mean, he thinks he's as long as he's making money. I think he's making money. Good for him. That was his goal, and so he's doing it.
Yeah, that was.
And there's a sucker every day. He's a sucker every day. So pay that man. Bring your wallet when you meet that man. Make sure you buy his merchandise, and you're gonna hear some bullshit. So go ahead. Other than that, I like everybody else.
Yeah. And guys, we are gonna get into the theory of the Otterman, the shape-shifting demon named Kushtaka. And usually we if you're new to the channel, sometimes we'll I don't know, just talk a little open until more people come in, and then we'll start jumping right into it. So, but let me just say, I want to thank a few people. I couldn't. Why am I keep on press? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay.
Oh.
I was getting a little shocked on this might sound weird. This is not really related to the Otterman yet, but I like to drop like some music videos and stuff for fun.
Yeah.
That's something I do for fun. And I was kind of shocked that the last 4, I mean, beyond Guns N' Roses, everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
But bands like Kix, bands like Faster Pussycat, and I use their music into some videos, and they hit very well. And I want to thank a lot of people. Some people go, Eric, how the hell you get that idea for the Faster Pussycat song? Don't change that song. How the hell you put that together? I mean, and so it's like sometimes, guys, when I hear a certain song, I'm like, it's not really a horror song, but what if I mix music that was in movies into it, kind of like Back to the Future. Baby Driver was basically about a man who used music to drown out his ears so he could race. And a lot of people forget. Some people actually email me and said, Eric, I don't get the Star Trek part at the end of that music video. What does Star Trek has to do with music? I go, everything. If anybody who's seen Star Trek Beyond, when they go defeat the evil, they had to play Beastie Boys.
I love it.
So if anybody knows that movie, that music was the main part of that scene where, so that's why Star Trek was in there. Some people are just like, they didn't get the Star Trek part. They got the Trick or Treat part because of the records and Baby Driver. Yeah. But if you haven't seen Star Trek Beyond, guys, that they used music to destroy the evil. They used Beastie Boys.
Well, Beastie Boys, people within whatever community, I don't care what you call yourself. I'm used to working with the gumshoes, the detectives, the people who like codes. They like to play games, to solve puzzles. And most people, if not 99% of them, will not see it. But there's a small, minute percentage of people that somehow have a little bit of their brain that woke up to a certain thing. I recommend a little bit of weed. I don't know if it helps you out. But the Beastie Boys are really significant with what's presently happening with the music-wise. And for those people that I call the awake, the whatever, the alert, whatever you want to call it. Because the Beastie Boys have changed. Now, I understand people's like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm not going to go in any camps. But I watched them a lot. I was a big fan. And you watch their stupid dances. They do these really really cool dances. They have a good time with their videos. And then one day, I'm going to give people, you do your own research. Is my favorite thing to say. Matt doesn't like me to say that, but do your own research. What's interesting is if you guys take anything from the Torah and Hebrew, early Hebrew, the words, from right to left, the words, Hebrew words, the words, and from a Torah, or put it up on the screen, and then watch the Beastie Boys do their dance. And I had actually watched it. I'm the answer. They had done this weird, and one leaned over this way. I said, holy shit, they're doing the words. They're doing the words. If you look at the words, the Hebrew words go across on certain words that I got lucky to find out they were using. They look across. They're doing the sign. You know how what are they called? YMCA, village people. YMCA. They do that symbol like the YMCA. Well, the Beastie Boys are doing the same thing, but they're doing Hebrew words. And I caught it. And I said, I'm just crazy. Write it down, walk away from it, come back, double check it. Did it 3 See, yeah, dead on with the movements for certain words out of the, because they're all 3 of them are they're Jewish, they're Hebrew, they're Jewish, and they're doing these words. Now, I'm not saying they purposely did it, or is it that you and I talk about how the algorithm, the matrix changed their actions to show the signs, like how everything is changing. Like there's a code behind how she lost her braces. You know, Dolly lost her braces. Yeah. There's a message there. She's a message there. So I follow the messages. So every one of their songs have those codes, and I'm trying to find out which sentence are they doing. And it's kind of fun. So for those of you guys that like to do those kind of codes, have fun with that one. Again, music, Eric. Music is relevant right now. It's huge.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know there's a lot of messages going on with the music.
A lot of people I see in the chat, they really like Beastie Boys. Chocolate and Cheese, yeah, definitely pioneers. Dude, they're ahead of their time, which all the great musicians are. Well, guys, they had a second album called Paul Boutique that was such way of its time. It didn't do well at all because they were doing stuff that people weren't ready for yet in a way, in a weird way. So Paul's Boutique is such an underrated album that they did that was really futuristic. I remember they're even in the Futurama a lot in a weird way.
They are so relevant. For those of you that know, they are relevant right now. Yes, they're Hebrew, but they're not like, the other one, the crazy about it.
I like Anthrax better.
So they're kind of being used by whatever God they have, and they're doing these symbols. And a lot of things that they do, even in their videos, I'm like, this is relevant now. Yeah. I just saw this was weird. I just saw this. It's the same as, again, with Dolly losing her braces and certain movies. Like you and I talk about George Lucas having his accident. And after that, all his movies are relevant now. People that know certain directors are relevant now. Doing certain things, you can catch certain weird things, messages that are coming across. If you were one to receive messages, not everybody is, and I don't know. I don't have to say about that. I don't know what to say about that part. No. Yeah, they're Beastie Boys. I highly recommend them now during the apocalypse. You guys,
and then let me share. I'm gonna take that off the screen. I'm gonna share. Hold on, let me. Where is it?
What's that?
I'm going to share. I'm sharing this on purpose for a second. On my Reddit page, like I said, nobody has to subscribe to it if you want. I mean, it's a free Reddit page.
Yeah.
But I put something on there. Well, first of all, the last video I put is actually our good friend Bigfoot Anonymous. Bigfoot actually got himself in another newspaper.
No, he did not.
Yeah, hold on. Here.
He got into another newspaper.
This morning I woke up to an article in the Panama City News Herald. Right here it says Panhandle Cryptid Hunter shares strange experiences. Tony Simmons wrote the article. Is Bay County the stopping grounds for a Bigfoot? A cryptid hunter publishes research. It's got a picture of me and Cam. The Florida Bigfoot Conference. Talks about how I've written 4 books and run a series called Bigfoot Anon on YouTube. I think now is the time for people to own up to their belief in strange creatures. I like that. But yeah, Tony wrote a good article, man. And he mentioned that I talked about the Martin House in Panama City, the Falling Water, Sasquatch, caves, stories of fairies, demons, other things that go bump in the night. I've interviewed police officers, PhDs, and land surveyors on my video, he said. There's the footprint.
It's kind of cool. You got
Oh yeah, Timothy, Marie Dumont, Cameron, Tristan, Florida Lone Wolf, Wynette, and 2 nice ladies we met at the conference. There's a video of me talking about the Bear Creek Beast, Eglin Air Force Base sighting. Yup, I contacted that guy actually.
I mean, it's cool, you know. I mean, he's doing it, you know. He's going out there, getting the word out, getting in newspapers and stuff. And I mean, I don't know Florida that well. I never been to Florida, but it seems like Florida is you know, it seems like Florida is a little bit more open-minded with these stories because, guys, I live in Seattle, Washington, and I got nothing against liberals, or you know, I got nothing against conservatives or liberals, but man, you can not get articles like that in the paper up here. I mean, up here they're so freaking so fucking tight that you know, unless it's big, huge Bigfoot news, some kind of news of one of their own people going out there or something, you don't have a shot.
Well, yeah, I know why.
Yeah, we know why. I mean, it is Washington.
Well, Washington is academics and science.
Yes.
Strictly academics. You got Boeing, you got engineers, we've got University of Washington, we've got all the, I mean, super science, super mainstream, or, you know, I mean, I'm a scientist, so I mean, I'm not going to put them down, but it's so fucking over the top science that they don't even, I mean, they're status quo. They're staying within the lines. They're not going to go outside the lines, man. No one's going to lose their job. No one's going to lose their tenureship at a university. And it's real, even though they know it's real. They're not going to do it.
Chocolate Cheese probably backed that up because he lives in Washington too. He'll tell you that it's controlled news up here. It's very controlled, very controlled news. That if it doesn't benefit any of them, you're not going to get your stuff on. But if you're from those other states that can't get your stuff on, like what Bigfoot Connor's doing, fucking do it.
Yeah, I was running around 16 and after with my camera getting fucking UFO shots like crazy over Washington. I've never seen it before. I debunk, and they're there. But because we have Boeing, you know, Boeing's not, and they work with NASA and the government, they're not going to acknowledge anything. They're not going to put anything on the news about a UFO spotted. I mean, I've got friends all over Washington going, there's UFOs everywhere. Nothing. Nobody's saying a word.
Nothing at all? No?
They're not going to.
Nothing. and first of all, guys, I want to appreciate you guys who have been subscribing to my Reddit page, because up to 415 people now. That's pretty good.
Shit.
But the reason I wanted to show this is, if none of you have seen the movie, the 1986 Trick or Treat, if you go to my Reddit page, I got you a link so you can watch the movie for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen Trick or Treat, you can watch it for free. You know, and there's a lot of great stuff on here. UFO sightings, Long Island Bigfoot use a new device to trying to find Bigfoot out there. And then there's Bob. There's his video. His video's up on the channel. So I got Bob up here and all that. And I wanted to show this one. This guy's from 401 Files. And hold on. Let me get this big for a second. Let me hit pause. Actually, I think. Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get rid of this one. Actually, I pulled that up, and there's a reason why I wanted to show this. And then hold on.
Well, like mine, I keep getting emails. We can't hear what you're saying. I said, well, it's not that. What I'm saying, you're gonna have to use equipment to hear it, because I'm staying on. I'm not getting kicked off. I haven't gotten kicked off my page, and I've dropped so many fucking whistle blows and truth bombs, but I gotta hide it. I gotta hide it. I can't just say it. I gotta fuck with the algorithm. The algorithms are harsh right now, man. They're taking people down.
It is. Judy, Judy wrote, very cool. I haven't seen your page. The reason I had to start a page because every time I put comments on other Reddit pages, they kick me out. I'm serious.
Yeah, they do.
Kick me out. I got so fucking tired
Yeah.
of being kicked out of every goddamn Reddit page because
He's
I
not
wanna,
exaggerating.
when I have my thoughts on whatever subject it is, I thought, you know what, fuck you all. I'm gonna create my own fucking page. You know? And only one person is allowed to kick anybody off, and that's me.
Eric gets kicked out of all of them.
Is 401 Files is mostly a UFO. He looks for UFOs and stuff. But what I like about this video is, hold on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is what I found, and I thought it was really interesting. And now I have been kneeling on the floor by the side of this thing, which is my knee print there. But this caught my eye massively. I put my little hatchet at the side. This isn't a full-size axe or anything like that. This is just my small hatchet, just to give you guys an idea of size. But at first, I thought, shit, that's a proper print. Like, that is a real print, if I've ever seen one. Mainly because I thought that these look like toe prints. Big toe, second toe, third toe. There's no sign of a fourth toe, but there's definitely some kind of a shape here.
And the reason I'm showing this, I'm not going to tell you guys that's a real footprint. Now, this is in North Yorkshire, in the UK area. But
really?
Yeah, and Bob, the reason I wanted to show this is because even though you're there for UFOs, right? He's looking at the ground, he's looking at something, and he's stopping to study it. I mean, that's what we need. We need more people to study certain things. Now, there could be a good reason for that one, but I like the way he put his axe there, trying to size it, and he found one print here and a print here. And I'm not saying that it's something, but he's exploring. He's writing it down, filming it. Like, this is kind of strange, because it is a little strange, because there is some deep little holes there. Now, you know, where is Yorkshire compared to where you're at?
I think that's up north. Up north. I've been running around in the mountainous, they don't have mountains. Up in Scotland they have mountains, but over here they just have little dense forest areas, mostly controlled forest areas. Yeah. It's like there's no trees.
Now, Alan, this is not a Sasquatch print. Now that video, he never said it was a Sasquatch print.
No.
In that video, he's just saying he found this. It's kind of weird. He's looking for UFOs. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to get at, Alan, is he's stopping, he's investigating, he's sizing it, writing it down, recording it. Because
they've got when I'm over here, and they do have people who talk. Well, it's up to you. Lycanthrope, which are the dog men or werewolf, they've got werewolf stories all up and down.
Yeah. Up 1 foot. No, actually, it's not 1 foot, guys. He actually, hold on, let me go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They've got werewolves.
Well,
they say in literature.
Okay, hold on.
They were brought here in World War II.
Right, and see, he has a dent print here. Now, it doesn't look much of a foot, but if you think about somebody walking, you got a dent here, and then you have a dent right there. So technically, he does have 2 dents in the ground. Yeah. That's why it's interesting. I get what you're saying, Sunmo. 1 foot, that's not enough. I get that, but there is 2 dents right there. Now, it could be explainable easy. Something maybe fell from the tree. I'm not saying that, but at least you got to stop sometimes and just investigate everything. Just investigate everything, because you just never know. You never know.
Well, you go up north. You go up north towards Scotland. You go past the Lake District. You keep going further. It gets more mountainous, and it gets dense, man. Guys, it is dense up in there. It is dense up in there. It's not overly populated up in those areas. You don't know what the fuck's up in there. There are hundreds of mythological stories, old mythos stories coming out of there.
60 miles away from you.
Okay.
Yorkshire and Manchester, around 60 miles apart.
Yeah. Again, I hear the stories, and people poo-poo every story, which is okay. Is what you're supposed to do. But about World War II and the Nazis doing experiments, they were making werewolves. They even made movies. The mythos behind it. They were doing eugenics, and they had supposedly dropped a few off over in England. Okay, that's the myth. That's what it is. It's a myth. So don't be, it ain't true. Well, I don't know. It's a myth. But they have people who swear they've seen prints. They've heard howls. I mean, the old joke about the werewolf in fucking, it's really here, the mythos. It's not a joke. They really joke about that. You know, the old story, everybody has a grandpa or older has a story about when he spotted a werewolf in his, you know, youth. You know, it's and UFOs and werewolves and you know,
I know whatever did this had to be 1450. Could be. And guys, Juan Torres, no, we haven't talked about Otterman yet. We were just bullshitting a little bit until people come in, and then we'll get into Otterman. We will get into Otterman.
Yes, Otterman.
But I just wanted to show how cool and important it is for people to start investigating, to stop and just take a look, because you just never know. I mean, listen, could be a Black Panther, because somebody wrote in here that there's Black Panthers out there. I mean, I don't know about that. Hobbs might know, because Hobbs from that area.
Yeah, there is a mythos story about, I forget the name. Hobbs might know the name. There's a name for this. It's not a tiger. I don't know what it. Well, something cat, hill cat. There's a huge tiger-ish, whatever feline that runs around out there. They made shows about it. You know, they're out tracking and trying to find. They found monster paws, and people here. I guess it's supposed to be all black, but the size of like a tiger.
Yeah,
and hiding.
Yeah, and the Daily Dan blog wrote, "FYI, I'm a professional tracker. I've seen similar mountain lion tracks." That's awesome. I mean, you're probably 100% correct. It probably is just mountain lions.
It could be that the other thing we're talking about, the large tigerish lion, whatever they have here, or the tiger.
Guys, like I said, this guy looks for UFOs, and it's just kind of cool that even though you're looking for something else, that you should start exploring everything. I just think that's pretty cool.
Right there.
And, you know, I want everybody to because you never know. You never know.
There. Juan Torres. Put Juan Torres is up. That's what I was talking about.
What's one? This one?
Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's what they're talking about. Yeah, I've talked to farmers. I've talked to what else? I'm looking for mytho creatures over here, and that's the number one on the list. I joke about the canal ape. I'm studying the canal systems, which is fucking phenomenal all over Europe. It's what the fuck? You guys need to. It's a whole different show. The canal systems, but these big black cats, man. They're reported all over. Monster-sized cats. Could be what they're seeing there.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, no. None of us.
It is something. I'll tell you that. Something's better than nothing at all. It's got to be something. Because they don't have salmon in the water, so the salmon aren't doing it.
Well,
and they've got no wolves.
Let's
It was a dire wolf. There's supposed to be the legend of the dire wolf. But we'll see. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, come on. Everybody knows this channel is about exploring. So that's what we're doing. We're exploring, you know. And we're exploring. I actually put in an application Comic-Con to have a panel. They said anybody could apply, so I applied to get a panel. I'm sure I won't get one, but I'm trying to get a panel at the Comic-Con at the Emerald City Comic-Con.
No shit.
I'm trying, but you have to fill out the forms, fill it all out. They don't have to accept you, but I'm trying. So
what's a panel?
A panel is when you have your own room, the topic is whatever you want.
Oh,
and I want to do a panel where I wanted to have like a couple computers there to have like guests on. Like, I know people can't fly out here, but I wanted to have a computer, maybe you on it, maybe Bigfoot Connor on it, maybe somebody else. Talk about Bigfoot movies and all that. Have an open. I told them the name of the panel is Journey into the Unknown.
Wow.
So I don't know. I'll get it, but if I do get it, chocolate and cheese, you got to show up. You know, you live in Seattle area, you can show up. And then here you go. Hobbs, I am in Manchester, but there is a beast of Bodmin Moor that is supposedly a Black Panther.
Black Panther. There it is again. There it is again. Yeah. That could be what that guy's looking at, too.
There's a story of recent sightings in Siberian of large wolves, like the dire wolves from the
Dire wolves. Everything is on the table now.
I'll have one fan there. It'd probably just be me in his room, just with chocolate and cheese.
Yeah. That'd be cool. We need to get away. We need like 1,000, like maybe 20,000 more subs. Then they'll be like, "Oh, we'll take those guys. We'll take those guys in."
I know. Yes. Okay, Otterman, Kushtaka, or Kushtaka, whatever it is. Or Otterman. You know, you guys want to call it Kushtaka, or call it Otterman. I don't care. Are mythical shape-shifting creatures found in the legends of the Tlingit peoples of the Pacific Northwest, coast of North America. They hunt prey, use shape-shifting abilities. This is another creature that was tracked down on Alaska Monsters. Alaska Monsters is actually a series on... I don't know if it's Discovery Channel. It's owned by Discovery Channel. They own like 20 channels. It's on one of those channels. They have discussed this. And guys, after we talk about this, I do have another article that we're going to pull up. That's about 18 spooky Native American monsters that will keep you awake at night. Ooh. So I got a whole show. I got a whole thing for everybody. I got a little comedy video. I want you guys to see that one of our good friends that was on our channel did. I think it's just hilarious. It's about a redneck back in the medieval days. That's all I'm going to say. I think you guys will like it. But let's go back to this right now. Let's make it bigger. So they are similar to Watsa, the Timicin people, that Tina of Dini Native Americans of South Central Alaska, and Nurlo for Yukon in Western Alaska. Okay. So description. Physically, Kushtaka are shape shifters capable of assuming human form. So apparently they can look like you, kind of like the movie The Thing, or They Live. No. I'm sorry. The Thing, where creatures can look like you, or skinwalkers, Native Americans. Skinwalkers. So you can assume skinwalkers, or you can assume The Thing.
Yeah.
The form of an otter is potentially other forms. In some accounts, a Kushtaka is able to assume the form of any species of otter. In others, only one. Accounts of behavior seem to conflict with one another. In some stories, Kushtaka are cruel creatures who take delight in tricking poor, potentially sailors to their deaths. Only thing I got a question about that is, what if they're a rich sailor? Does it know you're poor? What do they got with the poor? God damn it, Bob! Even fucking creatures want to kill poor people.
Yeah.
What the hell is this, man? You can't be poor. If you're poor, you're gonna die. It's like the Purge all over again. Here we go. In others, they are friendly and helpful, frequently saving the lost from death by freezing. In many stories, the Kushtaka save the lost individual by distracting them with curiously otter-like illusions of their family and friends as they transform their subject into fellow Kushtaka, thus allowing him to survive in the cold. Naturally, this is counted a mixed blessing. However, Kushtaka legends are not always pleasant. In some legends, it is said that the Kushtaka will initiate the cries of a baby or screams of a woman to lure their victims to the river. Once there, the Otterman either kills the person and tears them to shreds, or will turn them into another Otterman. I'm just gonna say fuck that word Katushka.
Yeah.
Otterman. Now if this is true, okay. Now if this is true, I'm not saying it is or not. It's up to you. But if it is true, then I'm sure if this exists, it doesn't just exist in Alaska.
No.
If it exists, I mean, maybe I'm just saying, maybe the Jersey Devil, if you believe in that, maybe that's technically an Otterman.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of the big. Listen, if this is true, right? If they know you, they know what you're looking for. You know, they sense on your you know, like paranormal. You know, they know, like if Bob searches for a silver looking cat, it might shape itself as a silver looking cat to get you somewhere. Or if you're a Bigfoot hunter, maybe it shape itself as a Bigfoot to lure you into areas and disappear. Remember, guys, missing 411, the missing 411, Alaska, 16,000 people just gone. Now, some people were emailing, texting me saying, dude, all these people are missing just because the wilderness took them. I'm not saying that. Maybe it did. But that's still a lot of people.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. And
you know,
a lot of them are expert climbers and hunters and campers. It's just weird. The forest, those forest spirits, the animal spirit. There's like, remember I told you the story. I went to East Timor, Indonesia, and they have this thing called a te, and it's an upside down tree in the ground with the roots up, and they have to put down every fucking day for the te, and they say don't mess area. I'm like, huh? You've got this shrine upside down tree in the ground, third world country, and everywhere I went in the densest part of the forest, you'll see this tree upside down and fresh rice with bugs and everything flying all over. I'm like, what is this? It's everywhere. They have to the te. They say it's the animal spirits. It's the animal spirits underground. They live down below. It's an animal, and you've got to feed the te and make us, I don't know, like sacrifice a chicken or two. I don't know. They do whatever weird stuff, but if you don't appease the te, the animal spirits will come for you. That's what they say. And so if you're not doing these rituals, these whatever routine rituals, and they're just running amok, well, then there's your answer. There's what happens if you don't feed the te. These things. You remember that movie Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
You remember that?
We did a whole show on it. We broke it
down.
Cabin
in the Woods. Well, they got to make the human sacrifices. The whole the virgin, the fool, the jock, the harlot. I think that was it, right? And the intelligent person.
Yes, there's a group of different people.
Yeah, and they all have to die ritualistically, brutally, or the under spirits, the animal spirits, the beast spirits, the demons, the jinn, or whatever you want to call them, will come up for everything because there's no sacrifices being made. So when I was in these small islands, they were still doing their small sacrifices to appease the animal spirits, they said, the te, to keep them underground and keep them from running amok. But, you know, with modern days and the natives being who they are now, just regular guys going to work, 9-to-5ers, they're not making no sacrifice. They're not putting anything down.
I just got to say, hold on. I got to say, Alan got it. Alan goes, the werewolf on the thumbnail is from the movie Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yes, it is. Right there on top of the words, description. That is the creature from Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Well,
you're going to get a clap right there, Alan. That's a good one. You got it.
It's the same old pagan concept. It's been for thousands and thousands of years, and we've stopped. Well, I'm not saying we should start. No, I didn't say anything, but I'm just saying traditionally, they don't do that anymore. I'm sure they do in some small, like, elite circles, you know, in the Eyes Wide Shut parties where they're killing somebody in there, you know. I don't know. Appeasing the animal spirits. Maybe all these, like, weird wars are just specifically sacrifices for these animal spirits, Eric. Maybe the wars being done. Maybe we're fake monotheists, and technically everybody's still a pagan, and they're still doing pagan rituals. We just don't call it that. We call it World War I, World War II, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Iraq, wherever you want to go to.
Well,
wars, sacrifices.
Well, let's see what the legend is. There's the word legends. Legends have it. Otterman can be warded off through copper, urine, dogs, and in some stories, fire. Okay.
Oh, I'm safe.
Now, the urine part. I wonder, are they saying that all I got to do is pull down my pants and pee all around me?
Whip it out and piss on them.
I'm serious. I mean, listen, if I think I see a shapeshifter and urine's going to protect me, I'll pull it out and pee all over myself to keep it away from me. I mean, if you see something like this, you're probably going to piss yourself anyway. So
you'll piss yourself anyway.
Wow.
You usually, well, yeah, it's always a precious metal. Like werewolves, I guess werewolves is silver, of course. I think vampires silver, or are they gold? Or they're wood. No, they're wood. A wooden stake, a special type of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, a daily Don Blanc. I don't know much about Otterman. Hey, we don't either. That's why
we're learning right now.
We're all learning. So don't ever feel like if you ever want to come on and you don't want to come on because you don't think you don't know a lot about it. We don't either. That's why we're talking about it. So we can all learn together. This show's about learning.
Yeah, I've never heard of Otterman. That's why we're exploring this.
None of us are experts, except if you're Juan Torres. Seems like he knows everything about the Otterman.
Yeah, he knows everything about everything. That guy knows everything.
They really tried to put me in the streets, British Columbia, of the whole pandemic. What a joke! Yeah, it's crazy times. I hope you come back on Unsho when it's just you and him. Yeah, I had a fun time on the show last night. You know, I wasn't on there that long because I had to pick up my wife, but that was fun. It's kind of fun because Bob, I told them the story about. They asked about an encounter, and I told them the story about how we're all traveling at night in the cars, and then all suddenly somebody, saw that thing in the woods, and then all of us, all you motherfuckers,
jump out of the
vehicle, chasing this thing down, and it wasn't a bear. First of all, I want to tell people that wasn't a bear, right? But we're chasing the animals down, they're gonna trap it, right? And all the grown-ups like, what the fuck? All these kids are, I mean, everybody. I was telling them that I grabbed the fork. Somebody was grabbing machetes. People were grabbing guns, and it's like, and that it's a reaction. When you see something you don't understand, especially when you're young, you investigate it, and then
I had a 30 caliber pistol. Dad always had me carry the 30 caliber pistol. Now, guys, the 30 caliber pistol. If you know a 30 caliber, I'm not supposed to shoot any animals I'm not supposed to target shoot with it. The 30 caliber pistol was for shooting in the air for where we're at. Are we safe with one fire? Yes. Two fire. The safe. Yeah. So I had a 30 cal pistol, but I'm not supposed to use it to shoot. I was a kid, I was, barely even. Yeah. I think we weren't even teenagers yet.
In our minds, we think it's Bigfoot, but of course we weren't up front. But I was telling everybody yesterday. But I was telling everybody yesterday. But the thing is about our family, because we always camp at Poison Meadows, the same camp every year. It was the Wood camp. Nobody camped there except the Wood family, and other hunters know. They're not allowed at our camp. They know that. They know it's our camp. But the thing is about our camp, everybody goes there. Everybody believes in Bigfoot. So it wasn't like it was a needed conversation to have because everybody believed because everybody's in the woods.
It was a bear.
I don't think we ever had one person in our camp that did not believe in it. It was
everybody. Yeah, and that's our story of fame right there. We all went chasing it down. There's what the hell is that? Everybody, all the kids jump out of the vehicle, just running. We're gonna go get it.
I know. You think about it. What if that was something that wasn't nice? It could have turned around and hurt people.
Well, we're like wild dogs. We're like a pack of dogs. We'd bring it down from the back to the back to the. Somebody would have.
I got Bigfoot sightings from Shasta this morning from a truck driver.
Oh shit!
Good
Mount
luck.
Shasta.
A lot. Yeah. Hey, I missed from the start of the rewatch. Yeah, I mean, if you missed the beginning, guys, we didn't start really talking about this until 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So but I know. I was just I don't know. But here, since Otterman mainly preys on small children, this is kind of interesting. It says it mainly preys on small children.
Huh.
It has been thought by some that it was used by Tlingit mothers to keep the children from wandering close to the oceans by themselves.
I think
It's
so.
also said that the Otterman emit a high-pitched 3-part whistle in a pattern of a low, high, low.
Huh.
I mean, first of all, I get it. I mean, we all heard stories. We all heard in the paranormal world that a lot of young kids actually see more spirits or ghosts, whatever you want to say, than grown-ups do. Some say because their mind's still developing, they're younger. Or some people say that they're not really as dangerous as adults are. So they show themselves more to kids versus adults. I don't know what side anybody takes.
Yeah, I like your first idea.
Because
kids see ghosts, kids can see things. I think it's because the kids see them.
Yeah.
They get taken. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dogs, they say dogs can sense certain things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's because the kids see them, they're spotted, and then they get nervous. They take the kids out or something stupid. Or they're easy prey, especially for wolves. So if you're an Otterman, a little kid's pretty easy fucking prey. It's kind of sad to say it like that.
On the first night recon, Todd gets the scare of his life when Kushtaka pulled him into a small lake. The next morning, him and Rhett start building. Actually, hold on. I think I have that footage somewhere of him actually getting pulled into the lake. Hold on.
Sounds like. Are you sure that's not Camp Crystal Lake? That's Michael Myers.
Oh, that's
Jason Voorhees.
That's no. Yeah. Jason Voorhees, yes.
That's Jason Voorhees. Maybe Jason Voorhees, Eric, is an Otterman. Maybe Jason Voorhees is an Otterman. Right?
I mean,
he has all the characteristics of an Otterman.
I mean, he always looks different.
Jason Voorhees is an Otterman. Maybe because he's a kid, he could have been taken in, and it says that they change you, that they can physically, kind of like a werewolf. One bite will change you if they decide to let you live. Maybe Jason Voorhees is an Otterman. Camp Crystal Lake.
I mean, you definitely never know. I'm trying to find that. Man, I must have looked at it because I actually had that scene where the guy was getting pulled down into the water.
Well, if you can't find that one, just pull up the Camp Crystal Lake where the girl gets pulled out of the boat.
I found it.
Okay.
I found it. But I'm probably going to have to play it like slow motion because it's owned by the footage is owned by the Discovering Channel and all that, Destination America, and so I'll just play a clip and then I'll slow it down. Hopefully they don't take down the show. Yeah, they don't take down the show.
Otterman.
Let me see here. Sometimes this don't really work, but here I'm just gonna go 1.75 on purpose, guys. Actually, I'm going to keep the sound off, but they start shooting. Hold on. Is this where? Maybe right here. Hold on. Here we go. And then apparently one of them gets pulled into the water. Not like I said, I'm not saying this is real at all, guys. See, they're pulling that guy out of the water. Now, apparently, first of all, let me say something about this kind of stuff right here.
Entertaining.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's entertaining, but if I think it's funny in a lot of different ways because if you're searching for something and you're all going in there like gun ho, listen, the Mountain Monster show, the Mountain Monster show is a guilty pleasure for me. I like watching those cool ass rednecks running around people's backyards with guns and stuff. Yeah. But if you're searching for something, you're going in there like a pack of like you're a fucking army. Don't you think that these things are be more evil back because you know they know you're a threat? You're there to hurt them?
Well, and anybody that knows hunting 101, the basics of the basics, know that animals can smell you coming. Yeah. When you got a bunch of fat guys with beards or whatever running around, these guys look like they stink. There's no way an animal. But where were they located? Where was this at? Where was this up in Alaska? Okay, Alaska. Okay. Hunting Otterman. Okay. They're hunting Otterman. Okay.
Yeah, and of course, you know, like anything else, you don't really get to see what pulled them in the water. For some reason, you don't get that footage. And guys, what I'm talking about, the Mountain Monsters is not the Alaska Monster Show. What I'm talking about, guys, here, this show is a guilty pleasure for me. I'm sorry, but it is. But here's what I'm talking about. These guys right here. I love these guys, man. I love these guys. I don't know why. I watch this show, and I'm imagining. I imagine I'm in my house eating food, and here are these bunch of hillbillies are running behind your house with guns, and every time you watch the show, they're always like this, hoo, hoo. And they're always shooting. And I love how those two guys make the best traps in the world. There's two guys make traps on the show, but they never catch anything. It always escapes, but their traps are like awesome. But
yeah, I like that they wear the old the old Levi, the old jean overalls or whatever. The old. Hey, I'm gonna start wearing some of those.
And these guys, let me tell you, these guys are having fun. These aren't actors. They're missing teeth and stuff. These are real people from Virginia, West Virginia, wherever they're from. They're fun to watch. It's just like, hey guys, just run down there with your guns and just shoot whatever you see.
Just shoot whatever you see.
Actually,
it's coming right at us.
Their main leader, I think he died like 2 years ago. Their main leader that wasn't their tracker himself. Yeah, he's not in this picture. Maybe he's right here. This guy right here.
That's too bad.
He passed away.
I'll go up there and take his spot. All right, gentlemen.
Like I said, it's a guilty pleasure show, guys.
We're going to hunt for Otterman.
We all have those shows that we have guilty pleasures. I'm sure you guys in chat, what your guys is what is this? Hold on, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's gross.
What's that?
My daughter just texted me saying the dog pooped on the floor, but it's liquidy. It's like, well, clean it up. They cleaned it up. My dog, he was getting fleas, so we got a special flea pill for the vet.
It makes him sick.
Yeah, but really needs it.
Yeah,
it's an awesome show, Eric. But it's all bullshit. Just before the commercial, it is all bullshit. But I love it, and especially like a couple seasons ago, where there's this secret society that is capturing them, showing videotapes, and wearing I'm like, okay, now they're going a little bit too far, but it's fun.
You know, it reminds me of old WWF wrestling. Everybody knows it was fake, but it was entertaining.
I like that. I care what anyone says. I love the show. 2 times they caught something in those traps, Hugzilla, and they caught those smoke wolves. I
Hell
agree.
yes.
It's a guilty pleasure, man. Danny, you're guilty pleasure. I like watching the show. I listen. They inspire me, right? Because if they hire that group, fucking, why can't Discovery Plus hire us?
We'll get a show eventually. We'll put together a good crew too. A real good crew.
Hey, Danny and Danny Staten, if you're by your computer, you want to jump on, just let me know in the chat. I'll send you an invite. We love having good people on the show. If you're going to tribute, Gypsy Row, it's my guilty pleasure. I'm your guilty pleasure. Oh man, thank you. Hopefully I'm not in a sick way. I hope, but thank you, Scott. I like that. Yeah, you look the part, Bob. Sure. Bob will be the new partner.
I've been told that. Like everyone's like, "Have you watched?" Like I only watch it when I go back to the States and goes to Eric's. I don't really watch it.
Bigfoot and then love Mountain Monster. See, it's a guilty pleasure. It's a great show.
Well, why not, man? If someone's gonna pay me to go out and hunt cryptids, hell yes, I'm on it. I'm on it today. Let me get the equipment together. I'm doing it. I'm getting signed. I'll look for everything. You'll see something. I'll get you something. It might be a drug.
Danny's I've been featured on Paranormal Con on Camera on the Travel Channel 2 times. That's awesome.
Oh, cool, man.
Well, Danny, can you put in a good word for us?
Yes.
I think they should do a show, me, Bob, and we'll bring Bigfoot, Connor. We'll say like
Connor for sure.
We'll make it where like Connor's the new kid on the block. Two extreme experts. We'll become experts somehow. And then Connor will be the new kid on the block. We're gonna teach him the ways of how to track. Which he probably knows how to track better than us.
We're like, Connor, grab the bags and load the truck. Where's Connor at? He's getting high. Where? Shit, he's with the Aborigines again, getting stoned. Then I go off and I get high. Next thing you know, Eric's looking for the both of us. We found nothing. We pulled something in from the netherworld. We're going inside deep into the other world.
This season we're near and then it got wild at it. You're absolutely right. The first couple 3 seasons were great, but when Tracker got sick, and then they went where there was a mystery letter with the mystery code where there's a secret society. That's when it kind of, to me, like it took away from feeling it was authentic to going off the fucking wall show. I mean, it just went off the wall. And all that. And that, you're right at the end, but it's a guilty pleasure. When Bob came from the UK and I go, Bob, you got to check out my guilty pleasure.
You got to check out these guys. I loved it. I was hooked, boy. I was like, I can't stop laughing at these guys. They're hilarious. They're great. I'd do the same thing. I don't blame them. Shit.
Yeah. Now, guys, I'm going to pull up another webpage. We're going to go into the 18 spooky Native Americans monsters that will keep you awake at night.
Oh,
but before I do that, I thought one of our friends who came on our show before. Let me share this thing up. Bob, you'll recognize them when I pull this up. Our good Australian friend, Hero Steele.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
And
guys, and since we're talking about rednecks.
Oh shit!
This is hilarious. He did this little skit with rednecks back in medieval times, and I thought for fun, he gave me permission to show this, and we'll get into the 8 spooky Native Americans. We like to have fun on this channel, guys. So
you guys will love his show. I watch him, and he's funny as shit. He is hilarious. He's a good comedian. Yeah.
And if you guys want to subscribe to him, it's up to you. He's just a comedy guy.
Recommend it. For a laugh. You want to laugh? Sub the guy.
You want to laugh, but check this redneck one out, Bob. It's pretty good.
Our actual guest is a self-described redneck who claims to be from the Middle Ages. Please welcome to the show, Duke. Dirk. 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 I am delighted to be here. So, you were into fantasy role playing. See, I don't know what that is.
I see. So you remain in character throughout the duration of the show.
Yeah.
Right. So you're some sort of medieval person from the Middle Ages?
I am a level 12 redneck whose deeds are known throughout the realm. They call me Dragon Slayer, Goblin's Bane, Chowderfoot, and Horse Maneuverer.
Horse manure?
I don't know, maneuverer.
Right.
Known for sometimes I'm able to move horses around with efficiency.
Right.
I tell you, I really I want to be a comedian.
Oh, really? Comedy, eh? Can you give us a little sample of your act?
I'd be delighted to share my comedy with you.
Do we have time?
Now, check out these jokes.
Anyway, go on.
If you use your helmet as a wash basin while at home, you might be a redneck from the Middle Ages. If you get to town and see a stables and say, let's stay there, that looks nice, you might be a redneck from the Middle Ages. If you trim the garden and uncover a holy relic, you might be a redneck from the Middle Ages. If you find a sword and a stone and your first instinct is to blast, you might be a redneck.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Foxworthy. Who? The comic, Jeff Foxworthy.
I like him. He's just a funny guy. But I like the one when he talks about the sword and the stone, and instead of trying to pull it out, you just want to blow it up. You might be a redneck from the Middle East.
If you got to put air in your tires to level your house, you might be, or you might just be a redneck. Yeah, I love all that.
He's a great guy. He's
hilarious.
He was on our channel before. Is that Joe Dirt? Yeah, he's Joe Dirt. He's from Australia. Like I said, we have different people on our channel, and we love everybody's sense of humor and stuff. And it was just cool. I liked his redneck jokes and all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But let me pull up this webpage. This is called 8 Spooky Native American Monsters That Will Keep You Awake at Night. Okay. So 18 spooky monsters, Native American monsters that will keep you up at night. Here we go. Oh, look at the head.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Let me see here. Number 10. Bakwa's attempt to offer cursed food while Kushtaka seeks to lure sailors to the gruesome depths. Now, this one, this is actually the Otterman.
That's Otterman.
Yeah, this was the Otterman. This one's the Otterman about the lure sailors, but it doesn't say they try to lure poor sailors. The other article says they try to lure the poor sailors versus the people with money. And this is about the shape-shaking monsters. We know this one. We know this one.
But what's the Bakshtawa? The Bahawa?
Well,
what do they call the Bakwas?
Yeah,
They're offering bad food. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like the early English with the bad blankets. I don't know.
Yeah. Tashilia was a giant cannibalistic demon who consumed humans and demons alike, and routinely sought to abduct young women. So this one apparently abducts young women.
Well, that sounds like, was it not Wine? Is that Weinstein? That sounds like Hollywood. That sounds like that something would live in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the Green River Killer.
Yes.
Oh, maybe the Green River Killer was actually this Tahashia.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. Now, according to it says according to the Zuni people of southwestern United States, Tahashia is a cannibalistic giant demon. Depicted as several times larger than a human,
Okay.
with torso described as being as big as a large elk. It almost sounds like a Bigfoot in a way.
Wait, but it's a deer.
Well, here now it says possess
elk.
long gray hair, and
Okay.
pricky as porcupine quills, skin so thick the knuckles appear horn, muscles, arms covered in black and white scales, and a swollen red face is which his bulging eyes never blink. Red face, demon. I get that now. Minority Stories also claims that the Tahasishia has long yellow tusks and long talons, an unsavory figure in native mythology.
Wow, it's a hell of an ugly monster. Can they choose any worse looking creature?
No kidding.
It's got every attribute of something scary.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Appearing throughout numerous Zuni legends.
Wow. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to miss. I'd say that you'd see that fucker coming from a mile away. It's got tusks.
I wonder where did all the comedians go? We lost so many. You're right, Judy. There's, one thing about the 80s and 90s, you had Richard Pryor, you had Eddie Murphy, you had these these people that made you cry when you laugh.
Laughing, yeah.
It seems like, I don't know if it's because now we live in such a political world that every comedian's afraid to say something wrong because when you
that's what it is.
What's his name? Not Chris Rock. What's the other African American?
Eddie Murphy?
The younger. He's have his own TV show on Comedy Central.
Oh.
Not Chris Rock.
No, he left and went to Africa and then he came back. Right? He had his own show.
Yeah, George Carlin was great. Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is probably the last one that doesn't give a fuck what people say, and
he didn't. And then he disappeared. He was playing he was just fighting PC like crazy, doing everything. It's breaking all the rules. Had a #1 show, and then he just disappeared. Like somebody threatened him. And then he comes back like twice the size, bulked up, all fucking heavy. His comedy is kind of dragging, almost depressive. I'm like, what happened to him?
George Carlin, that guy was fucking awesome. I mean, he
Carlin
played Jersey Girl in the movie with Kevin Smith movies and all that. He's funny. He's great. He'll
George Carlin.
He'll say whatever he wants. Andrew Dice Clay was a good one back in the day. He didn't care what people say, but if these guys were out today, they'll get criticized.
They would get criticized. I think you remember the Man Show? You remember I loved the Man Show. I fucking loved it. What's his name? He's got his own
the NBC night show. Not the one from Saturday Night Live.
Got his own show now.
What's his name? He was also used to be one of those comedy commentators on NFL back in the day.
He was
not Jimmy Fallon.
He was a consistent
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel was brilliant on the Man Show. I mean, and it was all satire. Yeah, it was sexist as fuck because it was satire. It was made for guys. It's so horrible to make a show just for men, but women laugh too. It was taking the piss out of everything, just being sexist and women on trampolines. I fucking died laughing. He came out and apologized. He came out and apologized for making the Man Show. I go, why would you apologize for making the Man Show? He had to apologize.
Yep.
They made him.
Danny wrote, my favorite comedian was Sam Kinison. One of the most awesome movies is with him and Back to School.
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield.
Ronald Dangerfield, when he was in that classroom, and Sam Kinison was like yelling, like at a student and all that, and then he and then Ronald Dangerfield like, because they didn't have the fucking balls, and they were great.
Back to school.
I know how Sam Kinison made his own music, made his own a wild thing with all the metal bands. He was all.
I'm so happy that I was raised on the other side of the universe, in Sagittarius. I'm so happy because we got to see everybody break all the rules. I'm so sorry for you guys here. I'm here. Let's say I'm here too. I'm facing it with you guys here on Orion's cock area. This is everything's PC. Nothing's funny. It's like toast with no butter or anything. It's just plain toast. Not funny anymore. Even the movies suck. Anyway, let's keep going.
No, yeah.
It is what it is.
Maybe one day we'll get another Porky's type of movie.
We'll bring sexy back. I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah, we'll bring sexy back. Maybe they need to make a movie about us, and we'll bring sexy back.
For those of you out there that are just like us who love and remember those old fucking kick-ass kind of satire-ish funny movies, we're with you here.
Yes.
We're gonna bring it back.
And everybody in the UK, we do remember Benny Hill. That was cool.
I love Benny Hill. I love Benny Hill.
That's a second show. That was awesome. Here we go. Ukitana, the horned water serpent, was a near invincible crystalline snake with a gemstone in its head.
A gemstone in his head.
Here, I'm going to see if there's a picture.
How the hell? Yeah, look up that monster. How the hell did he get a gemstone stuck in his fucking head? How does that happen? When he's a baby, do they put the mama snake put with its mouth just pound a fucking jewel on its head? Stay there, just hitting its head with the other head, knocking heads. Two snakes. It's a weird creature. Oh, that one's got horns. Oh, it's got horns. Yeah. Ooh, It's a forking. It's legal to shoot.
I would live Porky's reboot. I would do. But the only thing I'd be afraid, Torres, is they make it PG-13. And you can't do Porky's PG-13. The most famous scene in that movie is that shower scene. You know what
I love it. Home, country road, bring me back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fork and horn. You can shoot it. As long as you put a tag on. I'm wondering if you could. I'd hunt that. I'd hunt that, guys. Yeah, I'd hunt that snake. Yeah, we'd eat it. We'd have sausage.
Hey, maybe the snake that Connor saw, maybe it's a
baby version of this one. Yeah, with the horns on its head.
Yeah, maybe they didn't show the horns. Maybe they could hide it from.
Yeah. Yeah, like Quetzalcoatl. Look at that. It's got antlers.
I know.
You see a lot of mythical creatures with horns in this place. Even Moses has horns.
Chocolate and cheese, Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, that would never pass nowadays because remember, guys, in Revenge of the Nerds,
he roofied that girl.
He had to give the cheerleader a drug, and back then you didn't think about it, when he made that comment, like all the jocks think of sports and all the nerds think of sex. So, but he had a drug. I thought about that, like, wow, yeah, that won't pass.
He roofied that cheerleader.
He roofied that cheerleader.
But in the 80s, you laughed, you thought it was cool. Back we're from California. I don't want to admit this, but all the guys wanted to go down to Mexico. Number one, you wanted to see the donkey show, and number two, you wanted to go get Mexican jumping beans, or I can't remember what they're called. They were like these magical pills, and it makes girls, makes them kind of aroused. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called. Something.
I like it.
The Mexican beans or something. But that's bad. And he roofied that girl.
I know. It's weird to think about. Now, I had to show my husband Porky's. Just hilarious. And
Yeah.
even the sequels were somewhat decent. Not as good as the first one. Like in Porky's 2, when they had to go in that graveyard and they were dressing up and they scared the shit out of Pee-wee to run naked down the road and stuff.
Yeah, they brought in the old rugged ass prostitute. They brought her in there.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Danny State Dad. It was called Mexican Fly.
Mexican Fly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, women, it's a joke. Okay, this is a joke. This is what satire. This is what 80s humor was. Mexican Fly is correct. Yes. All the guys want to go down and buy it. They go into the
Spanish
Fly, the Mexican Fly. Oh, I want to give her one of these, like, oh, I don't know why you used to look ugly, but now you're handsome. Like, Again, disclaimer, everybody: do not put Mexican flies in anybody's drinks. You'll end up in prison for a very long time.
Yeah, now,
but it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Let's see what it says here. A mythology monster that rescues throughout several Native Americans' oral histories, especially the Great Lakes of the southwestern woodlands regions, described as being as large as a tree trunk and covered in a magical skull, with horns and gemstones on his forehead. The horned serpent would not be harmed except in a single spot on his head. So I guess you can only kill it one way, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Well, this breath was poisonous. To slay the monster would win the warrior a crystal immense power, granting a life, successful hunting, rainmaking, and romance. According to the Cherokee legend, a great warrior named Aganatasi, guys, I'm saying it wrong, so who cares, achieved this feat, wherein he discovered the crystal required a sacrifice of blood each week. Without this tribute, the crystal searches for blood itself, becoming a ball of fire and murdering those it's a counter. So basically, you got to feed the crystal blood.
Well, it sounds like the old dragon stories. You got to feed the dragon virgins. So they had a lottery. You remember the lottery, and all the virgins had to put their. Remember the movie?
Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah, sacrifice.
It's the same thing as a Dragon Slayer, but with the serpent. That Dragon Slayer mythology story is all over the back of this fucking turtle. Every culture has a similar story. This one is a big ass horned snake with a crystal on his forehead. You go somewhere else, it was just a good old fashioned dragon.
Remember in the movie Conan the Barbarian, they were worshiping the snakes.
They were worshiping the snake.
That was where Conan had to chop the snake's head off.
Yeah, and now Connor,
he did it with a sword that was technically given to him by the gods in a way.
Yeah, and I remember now our buddy Connor saw a snake, odd snake, and now he himself has obtained powers.
Clash of Titans, Pegasus, or whatever his name is, had to chop the head off of Medusa. We can't look at her head, but he had to do it. Yeah. But he had to do it with the magical sword to chop the head off.
That's tragic because Medusa was actually a victim. People don't know the mythology story. Now, for me, it's changed. I'm not going to go into that area, that avenue of a conversation. However, the mythos has completely changed. Now, Medusa was she was nymph. She was a half human, half nymph, whatever. She was beautiful, stunning. She was a virgin. She worked for another goddess. And so it turns out that the sea god, the sea god raped her. And so, then she was cast out from being a princess down into the depths of Hades, or not Hades, but above it. And she's a snake person now with the snake head. She got a snake head. It's kind of Athena. She worked for Athena in the temple as a priestess. And then, the god of the sea, Neptune, raped her.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
sad.
remember,
Story.
we did a lot of shows where Zeus took whatever he wanted.
Zeus rapes everybody, but Zeus doesn't rape. He's a sly dog. He turns into like animals and cool machismo. He seduces, as in Neptune rapes. Kind of pushy like that. Weird in mythology. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my God, I remember Hee Haw. Oh my God,
I love hee-haw.
that is old school, baby. That is old school. I like what Danny says here. Danny says the Native Americans were not the giants. They were the giants' food. That's why they had to kill them.
Yeah, I know that story too. Yeah, I've heard about them stories too. They were eating. There was a cave. They had to set the fire in the cave to kill the giants because they were going out at night and stealing children and anybody out in the perimeter and eating them. Cannibals. Cannibals.
It says here equally the Alabama people told stories of crawfish snake or Jacinto Saptgo of a similar design and purpose. In contrast, traditional Sioux belief claimed these serpents were dangerous water monsters of the ancient world, but they have been destroyed by the Thunderbirds, supernatural beings of great power, and only lesser ancestors, such as lizards and snakes, had survived. It is theorized this mythology belief stemmed from the discovery of dinosaur fossils by the Six and the Thunderbirds of the preserved skeletons.
Yeah, remember the snake mounds? They've had the Mississippian, like all those snake mounds, Mississippian cultures, or all over Iowa, whatever, the snake mounds, or Ohio, whatever way. Yeah, all these different weird snake cultures. Quetzalcoatl, down in South America, Quetzalcoatl, big snake, serpent, monster, god. Everywhere. That's why I keep telling people about Bigfoot. To me, is actually reptilian, and like, no, he's not. Well, maybe he is. He's got the proto feathers. Proto feathers. It's like a hair, thick hair. It looks like hairs, but and they can blend into any environment. People don't seem to think that reptiles aren't existent, but I think they're pretty much here. They've been here in our past.
Yeah,
I think they actually were in part of our past.
Chocolate and cheese. I remember doing the show a long time ago. I asked that same question. But it's one of those kind of questions that always upsets people because that's in the religion world about Mary getting pregnant. I'm always like, well, did she ask to be pregnant with Jesus' child? Remember I asked that, but that's a topic that's very touchy with a lot of people and
be careful.
But what I always say is I'm saying chocolate cheese. I asked that question too, and I think that's a damn good question. But I don't want to go in that direction.
Well, stick with the pagan Zeus stories.
I'm old. I didn't like Hee Haw. It was too hillbilly. I was the laughing guy.
Laughing was good, but I do like Hee Haw. I did like Hee Haw. I know I like them both. I do. They had their areas of humor. So I like Laughing also.
That's why I retracted. Well, chocolate cheese, you and I think the same. I thought the same thing. So I brought that up a long time ago on the show.
Yeah.
And there's certain people that like don't like me being that open-minded.
A whole lot of unwillingness when it comes down to male gods and mortal women. So
here we go. Number 13.
Subject.
In addition to Tehehan, a numerous race of evil dwarves are believed to roam North America. Evil dwarves. Wow.
What?
The Nibbergar are a race of dwarves belonging to Crow and social legend, said to reside in the Wind River and Pedro Mountain ranges of a modern-day Wyoming. Described as aggressively by nature, they shoot poison arrows and they kill their own kind should they fall ill with a blow to the head. God damn. During his famed expedition, Matador Lewis claimed to have seen evidence of the devils. describing them as roughly 18 inches tall and highly ferocious. Although originally believed to have been entirely mythical in the 1932 discovery of San Pedro Mountains mummy. A 14-inch tall mummy has brought into this question. We test demonstrating the individual was approximately 65 years old of time of death and violently killed by an affected head wound. Since 1932, several other similar bodies have been recovered across North America, lending credits to 1778 account suggesting the existence of permanent burial ground of the possible historical existence of people akin to the Nimmergard. I want to type this in. I want to see what these things.
What does it look like?
What does it look like? I mean, it's just kind of funny of numerous evil dwarves. Let's see if there's a picture of this.
In North America, okay.
Maybe that's where Snow White and the seven dwarfs, was that what it's called?
Yes, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Maybe. But that's based off of like I'm in up and around Manchester, and the indigenous peoples of Manchester are very small. They're very small dudes. They're like you're little, like a little regular proportioned guy.
This is Lord of the Rings. This is like Lord of the Rings.
They worked in the mines. They worked at the coal mines. Yeah, they're like these little indigenous people. I bet you they have little indigenous people there. There are little indigenous peoples all over the place. They're little framed people. They worked in caves.
No offense, they look like hobbits. In a way, or not the one little guy that had the axe. I forgot who's called.
Yeah, dwarves. Just good old fashioned dwarves. They worked in the mines, so yeah, probably dwarves. Just North American dwarves. Why not? You've got North American giants. Why not have North American dwarves? Yes.
Sasquatch Cowboy. Well, welcome, my friend. But he can't stay long. He's gotta go eat. I don't blame you. Hey, I'd rather eat food than watch us too. Trust me.
I would too. Just don't look at us while you're eating because you don't want to throw up. Yeah, we're not handsome. We're not handsome.
But I do got a question for you, the Sasquatch Cowboy. What are you eating? Is it a steak?
Oh, I hope it's chili.
I mean, what are we eating?
Tacos.
Homemade chili. Burritos. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. Tell me what you're eating. I need to know.
I'm hungry too. Shit. The Pukwaggies. Pukwaggies. The dwarves. Yeah, I see them here. I thought they were a myth. The actual indigenous peoples of this area in England, they're very small. These guys are small. And the gals, they're full. Thought they were children. I go, whoa, they're for real. I'm not putting them down or laughing. They work their asses off. Hard-working fuckers, man.
Yeah. Now, Wendigo, we actually talked about Wendigo on a show before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, what did the Wendigo do?
Oh, the Wendigo. Yeah, they Native American traditional. If you eat human flesh, if you're a cannibal, you become a cannibal. If you eat human flesh, you become Wendigo, which means you become possessed, basically, and you have an insatiable craving for the rest of your life for human flesh. So you're a regular schmuck. You cannibalize another individual, then you become a Wendigo. You become possessed. Yeah. You become hungry like a vampire or whatever. You just got to eat human flesh to get your strength back. You have no strength without it. You have to continue to eat human flesh. And the Wendigo, you become monster like that. You just become like a monster looking over time. You just, the Wendigo.
I eat and watch homemade zit
Ziti.
ziti. Is that ziti?
Ziti.
Ziti.
I think. Is it a pasta?
They're probably cousins to the Mandingos.
The Mandingos. The Mandingos were actually slave fighters. They fought each other, and there was like a fight club for slaves.
This one looks hungry.
That's a Wendigo. They eat human flesh and they become monstrous because they don't die either. If you keep continuing eating human flesh, according to the myth, they don't die. So they just become more and more decrepitly monster-esque. The dark spirit inside of you that possesses you, you look like it after a while. Yeah, Wendigo's bad. It's bad, Eric. Bad.
Let's see. Let's go to the next one.
I think the royal family in England, I think they're Wendigos.
Now this one, Two-Face is a monstrous being who murders his victims with his razor-sharp elbows.
Oh.
Existing among the Sioux Plains and Omaha tribes, Two-Face, also known as Sharp Elbows, is a two-faced monster who enjoys preying upon natives' population, torturing, gruesomely disfiguring his victims before murdering them.
Wow.
As typically, despite folklore, all who gaze up either of twins' visage, Two-Face becomes paralyzed by fear, or in some cases, die instantly. And he utilized the extremely sharp elbows to stab his frozen victims to death. As several Native American monsters, Two-Face is widely considered to retain a preference for children and female victims, especially pregnant women. Here, I want to see
what's the obsession with children and pregnant women or women. What the hell? Easy to kill and eat, I guess. They taste better.
I want to see what this is supposed to look like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a cannibal. Huh? Oh, that's weird. Look what up. See what that looks like. I want to see what monster elbows look like. What is a monster elbow? Like a pointed spike? Like an elbow talon? Talons?
I know none of these.
Huh.
I've
never heard of this creature. I've never ever heard of this creature. Huh. They need to make some of that shit up. And why does everyone got a horn? It's like every monster has to have horns now.
That?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And why did he have an arrow pointing down to his junk?
I don't know. Maybe that's got a spike down there too. But he's got the pointed spike elbows and he's got the two faces. Huh. Okay. Don't want to meet that guy on a bad night. He's coming and going. You can't get around him. You can't take him out on his six because he's always looking at you from both directions. It's like Janus, the religion Janus. It's a Janus god. Like if the Janus god became human, lived with the natives.
This right here, the art of avoiding eye contact for Two-Face. So to avoid contact, you got to shake your head like her.
Oh yeah.
So guys, we're helping you out here. So if you see a Two-Face, shake your head like her.
Shake your head. Shake your head. Run and keep shaking your head. Just keep shaking it. Wow.
See, aren't we all learning something today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Still
hungry one. We're all still hungry. Thanks. I know Juan's telling us it's good food. Here we go.
It's Friday, man. It's time to eat. I got me a big Eric. You know what? It's funny about England. Not to change the subject. It's illegal to have bone in your meat here because of the mad cow disease. Like 20 years ago, the mad cow disease. Anyway, I guess they allowed us to have in England the tomahawk steaks. So I picked up a tomahawk fucking steak, and it's marinating in pappies and spices. I'm gonna cook it tomorrow. Tomahawk steak in England, dude. Fucking status, man.
I'm gonna have butter popcorn tonight, guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to movies to see Candyman.
Oh, the new one.
Hold on.
The new one.
Candyman. Hold on. Candyman.
Yeah.
Guys, I say for the 5th time, see if something happens to me right here on air.
Be careful, man. Don't be fucking around with Candyman.
Okay, I will keep the 5th word out. I won't say the 5th word. Actually, I didn't know this. This one is actually technically a sequel to the very first one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's technically not a reboot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, you don't have to see the first one to understand this, but the 1992 one. But apparently, it's a sequel, not part 2, 3, or 4. None of those garbage ones.
Yeah,
it was a direct sequel to the first one. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candyman.
Oh, you said it. You said the 5th time. God damn it! Now,
Don't
guys,
do
is the
that.
Candyman rule? Oh, I just said Candyman 5 times.
If you say Candyman 5 times, and then Jason Voorhees will pull you into the water on a boat, the Otterman. I think, right?
Where's my goddamn sword? I can't kill it with a toy lightsaber. I don't know where the. Actually, I don't know where the sword went. I gotta find that sword.
Got stolen. It's at the pawn shop.
Oh my god! Actually, I'm not saying this, but I'm not saying the word
careful.
Effect, but technically, in the world of Mandela Effect, a lot of people have said they remember them only have to say 3 times instead of 5. But I think that's just a mismemory on that one because the famous Bloody Mary is 3 times.
Yeah, I thought it was 10 times.
You're right. You have to be looking in a mirror for that.
Yeah, you got to be Bloody Marys in the mirror.
Thank you. I didn't see it through a mirror.
Oh, Candyman.
I'm saved. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. You saved my life.
I thought it was 10 times. I don't know. I'm way off. I don't know.
Let's see what this one says. Number 16. What's this? The perverted merman. the perverted merman hides in rivers and watches women as they bathe. I'm serious. The perverted merman hides in rivers and watches women as they bathe. That's probably just a man dressing up like a mermaid or something. But let's see what it says.
What do we have here?
Let's see what it says. The also known as the perverted merman is a creature that reluctantly appears in Algonquin mythology, especially that of a Abanic people, described as half man and half fish, while childlike human face. In dam, Kino wet lives in streams and lakes where women regularly wash themselves. Unlike other native monsters, the Indokino wet does not seek to harm these women or to scare them, mercilessly to basically just watch them. Some traditional stories do include attempted molestation, but for the most part, the perverted merman is just a pervert.
Must be souls up inside it.
Mermaid-like creatures are staples with Native American mythology, with several including characters who disobey their parents being turned into similar creatures. Consistent throughout these businesses, I want to see what this thing looks like. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you know, Eric, it was on the Cabin in the Woods. Remember at the end of the movie, Merman killed one of the main characters in the movie. Merman, he wanted Merman the whole time at Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
He'd come out. You know, again, guys, I'm not saying anything about anybody's camp. I went to the University of Washington for anthropology, archaeology. I studied mythology, okay? I know a lot of the stories. I know a lot of these stories, and I studied Native American cultures and all their mythologies and stuff. This merman and any aquatic human in antiquity, in history, in mythology, seem to be rapists. I'm just saying the story of Medusa, having their head cut off. Anyway, she was raped by Poseidon, the king of the fucking ocean. Mermen raping women. There's this continual theme of these men from the ocean, half fish, whatever, molesting females. I'm just saying, I'm seeing it.
It's basically it's a
just observation. Here he is. Yeah, he reminds me of the one in Cabin in the Woods.
Good thing I'm a dude. Don't leave me alone. Well,
well,
I mean, unless the pervert man, maybe he's gay. Maybe some of them are gay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Bruce Gender. There could be a Bruce Gender merman out there. We don't know.
Bruce Gender merman. Yeah.
Bruce Gender merman could be out there. Running around out there.
Never,
We're still taking that.
Never heard of merman. Never heard of it either.
Never heard of it either. But there is a I'm just saying from a serious standpoint, from anthropological point of view, I'm just saying, people, from what I'm observing and just me, there seems to be in mythos a steady, consistently half men, half coming from the ocean of the water, molesting the gals, rapings, whatever's, killings or rapings, mostly females. Just weird to me.
It is.
Right down to Medusa's stories, James.
There's Canadians in the chat because
here we go.
Is similar to the Wendigo. Witchuge is a giant cannibalistic monster from the northwestern Canada.
Oh.
Northwestern Canada. A Witchuge, similar but not identical to a Wendigo, is a cannibalistic monster stemming from the stories of Athabascan people of northwestern Canada. According to the legend, the Witchuge is a person who has become possessed or overpowered by the spirit of a great animal. In so doing, developing into a giant bestial form. Some versions of the Witchuge depict the creature as being physically made from ancient ice, come to life to hunt animals. Invulnerable to harm and only defected when melted over a campfire. The rendition of the Witchuge is normally similar to what of Winnemucca Chino, an ice giant who was cursed by the gods for his crimes. His turn to ice and his spirit trapped inside a troll-like monster that feasts upon humans. Describe a giant animals, but intelligent and physically powerful. The Witchuge hunts humans and attempt to ensure. I'm going to look up that picture, but guys, I'm going to put this website in the stream so you guys can look up this list later for yourselves too. So
it's describing the snowman as a killer, like the snowman. He's a snowman. He's made of ice. He's a snowman. So, cannibalistic snowman. That's what that is. It's made of ice. The only way to kill him is to melt him.
Yeah.
So does he have a top hat and a scarf and a pipe, like a corncob pipe, and coal for 2 coals, and then a carrot nose, and he rapes or he eats you?
I don't know. Do we choose demonic paradise? This picture has.
Oh, she got a horn. There's the horns. Okay, so now in antiquity and mythos, Moses has horns. I guess Jesus has horns. Bad guys, monsters have horns.
That's pretty ugly.
Horns now. Everybody's Alexander the Great now is portrayed on coins with horns. Everybody has horns. Sheep now have horns. Cows that are female have horns. Everybody has horns now.
Was this what Danny say? It wasn't made of snow. Oh my god. It was a Yeti.
Oh yeah. Well, Yeti's made of flesh and blood. According to this mythos, this thing is made of ice, snow.
Taurus, bro, horns are everywhere, Bob.
Right? The horns are everywhere. Yeah, I mean, on a serious note, yeah, the horns. It's funny. Eric and I were raised in a place called Horns Manor, by the way. I'm not trying to jump ourselves into the, hey guys, no, we were raised in this work camp called Horns Manor. Our part of our whole youth growing up, Horns Manor. I did a paper in college, a thesis paper on the use of horns in ceremonies, dance ceremonies, everything in Jamaica, and some of their rituals with horns, traditional African horns.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love how everything's such a synchronicity and this loops itself around. So I know a lot about. I've done big ass thesis papers on the use of horns in ceremonies. It's amazing. Now everything's got horns.
Well, this one here is number 18.
This
one says the underwater panthers lived in Great Lakes and could control the waters of their domains. Underwater panthers. Wow.
Okay.
The Mishibizihu, also known as the underwater panther or great lynx, is a legendary creature belongs to the mythologies of native inhabitants of the Great Lakes region, North America. A monster from the underworld, the panthers resides in creeks and rivers, hiding to wait to drown its prey. Described by the Indians, a poisoning and body shaped like buffalo, albeit with paws allowing for rapid swimming. Misfits has just one eye, horns, either a single horn in the center of the forehead or a pair. Those fins, a spiked tail, and is covered in scales. Because of the later characteristics, it's been speculated that the Mizin effect divide from historic sources. I want to see what a picture of this looks like.
Now, does it say anything about raping women? Do the males rape women? Is that what they do? Yeah, I'm just curious. I don't know. Is it the same thing? We got the horns. We got that going. Now, do they attack females? That's what I'm.
Let's get this off. Let's see what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah. It'd be the same consistent theme in all the mythos that's all changed to some weird shit. There's the horns. There's the. It looks like Nessie.
That is why they call Yeti the Abenal snowman. He was originally in legend made of snow beast. Oh wow!
Oh no shit! I didn't know that.
Wow.
No, I didn't know that.
That's awesome information. We're gonna have to look up the Yeti. Do maybe Danny. Maybe sometime in the future you want to come on. We'll do a whole show on the Yeti. And we'll talk about the being from the snowman. That'd be an interesting topic.
Abominable snowman. I didn't know he was a snowman from the snow.
Yeah,
I mean, in the Eddas, the great cow licked the gods out of the snow or the ice. Licked the gods out of the Odin came out of the ice and his brothers.
Now there's different. Of course, there's different pictures. But it's kind of a panther-like person. What is this? That looks like something out of.
There's the horns.
Yeah.
There's the horns. Of course, he's got horns. When's the horse gonna? When are we gonna wake up tomorrow and the horse is gonna have horns on?
Well, I appreciate that, Judy. Great conversation here. I enjoy watching you guys in chat. And
Thank you.
That's Judy. That's what this channel is about. You know, we want to learn everything. So nobody here claims to be experts in all this. This is why we have great people in the chat to kind of put in their 2 cents about this thing, and we can all try to learn this mythology.
Ice giants, yeah.
In Norse mythology, they were called ice giants.
Ice giants, yes. Yes. Yes.
Another cryptid with horns. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people have horns. That seems like
he's watched enough to start seeing the pattern. He's like, Robert has not. I've always said this way in the past, and you're starting to go, hey, you know what? There doesn't seem to be a pattern of the horns on everything. You know, it's on a cat. It's on a feline with horns, but it's the aquatic feline with horns. So, okay, all right. Which technically would be reptilian. So it would be a reptile and in the water.
We gotta get Danny on. So we talk about these ice giants, the Yetis, and all that. That just sounds so interesting. It sounds like Danny. Sounds like you know a lot about this mythology, and that'd be a kick-ass show. So let me know, Danny. My email address is in the description. Find my email address. We do these kind of shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Pick one of those days. Bam, you're on.
We'll talk about horns and aquatic males that abduct females.
We'll talk about 10,000 things. So
the consistency of it.
So what do you got going on your channel this weekend? You do anything special on your channel this weekend?
I'm taking a break this weekend. I got that tomahawk steak. I might grill a little bit. Just take a little break from the internet for the weekend. Usually, I'm on Saturday night, but I just might take a break. You and I have had a busy week. I've been out every day enjoying the sun, running around in the forest here, hunting for the great canal ape that lives along the canal systems in England, and the black panthers and all the other cryptids around here. And so I'm burned out, man. I'm tired.
I hunt monsters. Got to know what you're looking for. Dude, I would love to have you on. I love to ask you about your hunts and what's the number one thing you do hunt for? I mean, what is the number one kind of a monster that you look for? I know you probably look for several. I'd love to get you on and we'll discuss this. I'm always interested in good stories.
Yeah, I love stories. Good stories. I'm taking a break. I gotta take a break. I need to relax for a little bit. Getting ready for the States pretty soon. In a couple of weeks, I'll be back in the States. So I'll be hunting for Bigfoot with you. We're gonna be going Bigfoot hunting up in Sierra Mountains.
Well, let's say it more politically correct. We're going to go research Bigfoot. We're not
Bigfoot.
Yeah, we're not hunting him down.
Well, not hunting. Yeah.
Well, especially in Washington, it's manslaughter in Washington. If you
well, dragon though. I love hunting dragon, but we'll be searching for Bigfoot. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna be searching for Bigfoot in October. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be fun. I might be doing something on my other channel, on my horror talk channel. There are certain movies it's gonna be movies that should get another look, basically.
Ooh.
Certain movies that never got a chance. Individual movies. For example, I might do one on Terminator 3, The Rise of the Machine, where I believe that movie got way overlooked. People don't give that movie a chance because I think at the time when that movie came out, I hate to say this, people weren't ready to see a woman playing a Terminator evil person. They don't think a woman could do that. It's kind of sad. And I think it took away from the great movie that it was. And I want to bring, I'm going to do certain shows or certain movies like that where, how about Porky's? You know what? I probably will. Actually, I did a review on Porky's. Actually, no, I forgot. That channel got taken down. Don't worry. That don't exist anymore. I wasn't backing up my materials during that time. So I actually did.
I'll do one on Porky's, man.
I actually did something on Porky's, and that channel is no longer in existence. But here, Danny wrote, I investigate any cryptids or strange things that I hear about around mostly Bigfoot Dogman reports, which that's why not? Dogman, that's awesome. But I have investigated Lizard Man and UFO sightings. Dude,
Lizard Man.
You gotta come on with us. You know how we are, Danny. We're just a couple casual guys. We'll we'll talk this shit up, and all that. And overall, guys, I think today was fun. I really do. I mean, there's so many cryptids that's considered folklore legends that we're just scratching the surface. I mean, any one of these, we could probably almost do a whole show to, break down these stories. Porky's is free on Tubi.
Oh no shit! I might watch.
I
love Porky's.
Universal has an app. It's called Peacock, which is the fucking stupidest fucking name for a streaming service. A goddamn Peacock. It's just stupid. But saying that, you can actually watch Universal movies free. But you just gotta watch commercials, kind of like Tubi. Which is Candyman is actually the 1992 Candyman is actually on Peacock, and it's they don't cut anything out. You just have to watch commercials. Thank you guys, Jerome and Bob. I had a blast. I appreciate that. It's just fun talking these. And what's this?
I like commercials.
I do another channel called Daily Dan's The Good Stuff, where I do movies and classic TV stuff and old wrestling on Sundays.
Old wrestling, wow.
Oh, Danny. Hey, Danny, hold on. Danny, let me do this.
Old wrestling.
Danny, I just gave you a wrench. So, Danny, put that link in the chat.
That's the old wrestling.
Cherry 2000 is a good movie. That's another movie that kind of predicted the future in a lot of different ways. Where people
Cherry 2000,
yeah. So Danny, you got a wrench. So put that web link in there.
Great old ones, man. I love the old ones. Love the old ones. I'm watching History of the World Part 1. With Mel Brooks. I've got that one downloaded. I'm going to watch that one later. I love History of the World with Mel Brooks. History of the World Part 1, Mel Brooks. That's fucking hilarious. I love comedies, man. The 80s. Going back to the 80s again. Going back to the old ones. The Last American Virgin. Revenge of the Nerds. Porky's. Oh, the good ones. Oh, God. Anything with John Cusack. I'm a diehard John Cusack movie fan from the 80s. All the good ones, man.
Daily Dan's
It's the best way to fight the reptiles, guys. If you want to win, if you guys want to defeat evil in fucking Orion's cock over here in this plane of existence, you have to go back and watch those old movies. Get yourself prepared. Watch Porky's. Last American Virgin, all the other good ones.
I mean, you got, Tom Cruise,
Revenge of the Nerds,
Risky Business,
Risky
Private
Business.
Lessons. There's movies, Private Lessons. There's some old corny ones called Joystick. I mean, there's a lot of I mean, of course, everybody knows Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I mean, everybody knows that one. You got great comedies like Weird Science, the John Hughes movies.
Weird Science
was I mean, hey, Weird Science was building a girl from a computer, which, I mean, you could do that nowadays, not with a doll, come to life, but with 3D printing,
16 Candles,
with 3D printing.
Pretty in Pink.
Oh, hold on, I think he found this channel. Somebody found this channel right here.
Okay,
it's linked to Danny Stanton's channel, YouTube. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome of you for doing that.
I might watch 16 Candles for that.
My Tutor.
Breakfast Club.
My Tutor's a good one.
My Tutor.
Valley Girl.
Valley Girl. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Nicolas Cage, I think, was in Valley Girl.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was in Valley Girl. Yeah. Oh god.
And not
Oh,
just comedies. There's some good ones. There's the one with called Rumblefish.
Rumblefish. Yeah.
Rumblefish was black and white, except for the fish that was in that movie that has the color red.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm a John Cusack.
I forgot about this. Uncle Bones. Well, the elite wear horns at their party in the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
They sure did, didn't they?
Oh my God, Heathers.
Heathers.
Oh, yeah, Heathers. Remember, no guy drinks sparkling water.
Yeah. Give them both sparkling water. What are you doing? They must be homosexuals.
I'll tell you guys a great movie. It's like before YouTube. Before social media, there was a movie with Christian Slater called Pump Up the Volume.
Pump Up the Volume.
Pump Up the Volume was like one of the early movies on being a rebel, using your voice, talking to the world on an illegal radio broadcast. I mean, now you got YouTube, you got all these social medias, Instagrams, but before all that,
yeah,
you had Pump Up the Volume where he did it with radio, kind of like the early radio guy, Howard Stern in a way. Where Pump Up the Volume was he was actually telling people the problems of this town, of
my science project,
on how kids were thinking. So that movie was ahead of its game, ahead of its time.
They call me Bruce, the Last Dragon.
Yeah, I could provide that. I'll get that right now. Bob's channel, yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah. Mine, you take it with a grain of salt. Mine's a game show. I send codes out.
And remember, guys, Bob's link is in the description.
Yeah,
you just have to go to my description, and Bob's channel is on there. But let me find it right here. Here it is. I just found it.
My subs have been locked for the last 6 months. They don't go up anymore. So I've got a lot more than what they show there. Again, mine's for codes. You got to write down things and do little messages back and forth. So mine's kind of a living gaming channel.
Torres knows us.
Science project.
He knows us. My science project. We did a show on it because of time travel. It actually movies about time traveling.
Yes.
What's the difference between my science project? The difference between my science project time travel, where like Back to the Future, they do the traveling. In my science project, the machine brought the time travel to its time.
Yes.
It was bringing World War II. It was
everything.
It was everything. So that was a great movie. Good one, Torres. Good one. So beyond that, guys, we're gonna end the show today. It was fun. We'll be back on Monday, like anything. So, but I'm gonna drop something, like I said, this weekend on the Horror Talk channel. I don't know what day. Maybe tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. So keep an eye out for that. And then beyond that, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in today. It was fun. It was awesome. Like always, we're gonna have subjects that we're all gonna learn together. Every single one of us. So beyond that, we'll see everybody next time.